Hey boys and girls, it's Mr. Lineberger here, and today we're going to be talking about how to create a big mouth picture. This is a big mouth pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. You can see as you fold the paper to get a surprise inside. So there's a big mouth picture, got a skeleton inside with some bats. And this is the one we're going to be making in the video. So you can see that's the pumpkin. Inside him, he's got some ghosts saying boo. This is a really fun project, and again, not only can you just do it with just jack-o'-lanterns, but anything that has a mouth can be turned into a big mouth. So here's a big mouth fish. So let's watch the video and see how it's done. And I'll see you real soon. Okay, boys and girls, so today I'm gonna show you how to make a really cool project we call it a big mouth. So I showed you earlier, a big mouth is just something, has a mouth. We fold the paper so you can open it up to show an exciting picture inside of the mouth. Okay, so to get started with that, you need a piece of paper. So to get started with this, what you're gonna need is a piece of paper, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half from top to bottom. So we have that paper folded in half. We've got our crease in the middle. Make sure the crease is turned away from you so it's going to the top of your paper. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the bottom of that top folded piece of paper and you're gonna fold it to the crease. So basically you fold it in half, and you fold the top piece in half again, so it's going up. And that gives you that spring action for your big mouth picture to fold open. So now we're going to start drawing. And most of the time your mouth will be on the crease, and then your head or your body will go around it. Okay, so to start our big mouth, on this one we're going to do a big mouth screaming pumpkin. So I'm going to come in here and think about where I want my eyes located. Now, if you put them too high, you won't have room for a stem and stuff. Put them too low, you won't have room for your mouth. So you kind of want them in the middle of this top section here. So I'm gonna think about a nice triangle. One over here, and one over here. So it's okay if they're not the same size, just as long as they're there in the same kind of location in that middle of that paper. Now, if my mouth is gonna be up here, the top of my mouth, I want to make sure my nose is kind of up in between my eyes. I'm going to do a regular pumpkin face or jack-o'-lantern face nose. Now, if you want to do something different, so like it's got 3 triangles in the row there, well, we'll make sure it looks like eyes and a nose. That's fine. You could change this to a different shape if you wanted to. Okay, so now I'm going to think about my mouth coming across here. So we know jack-o'-lantern have those teeth. So I'm going to come in here, and if you want to, you can make the teeth. You can do a zigzag line if you wanted to. I have one that has a zigzag line. I'm going to do the pumpkin teeth. I'm going to make sure this matches this one over here so they're about the same. Now my second line of my mouth, I'm going to make sure it drops down below this folded crease. So I'm going to curve this line down, curve this line down. So they're about the same here. Then I want to do another kind of jack-o'-lantern teeth smile for that part. So there's my jack-o'-lantern's mouth, eyes, and nose. So now we draw the outside of the pumpkin. So to do that, we're going to start right over the nose. I'm going to do what I call our frowny face line, which is a curved line. It's just upside down. And I'm going to kind of copy that to the bottom of my paper. So this is going to be a smiley face because it's curving up. Okay, so I've got those opposite of each other. And then I'm gonna take a line, it's gonna go all the way around and down. This is gonna be the outside of your pumpkin. You can do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I could make this bigger here to make that big stem there, or make that big side section. I'm gonna bring these up a little bit more. Bring these down a little bit more so you can kind of see the actual pumpkin shape there. If you want to, you could add in details. Maybe you want your pumpkin smiling a little bit here. So I'm gonna add little laugh lines. So that kind of gives you the idea of how the mouth action is gonna work. Now to make this more 3D, we'll add some more lines. But first, we do want to add a little stem up here. We don't have a lot of room. I want to add a little stem with 2 curved lines, a little tiny skinny oval right on top of it. Okay, so we'll move this back into position so you can see a little bit better as I'm drawing. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can move my camera over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now we'll think about connecting the top of the mouth to the bottom of the mouth. So all I'm going to do is draw these lines straight down to each other. I'm going to venture out, just go straight down. This is making your big mouth opening. And you do the same thing with any kind of big mouth you're doing, if a person, a fish, or whatever. And I'm going to show you some different examples in a few minutes. Okay, so now to make it inside of the mouth, I'm going to copy that line and bring it all the way down and stop a little bit in here towards the bottom, descending on this side. And we'll stop a little close to the bottom there. The reason why I'm doing that is I want to make the teeth look three-dimensional. So I'm gonna come in here using some lines and make the top of the teeth like you can see inside the mouth. So this one's gonna come over, bring it down, and this is gonna come over this way. So it looks very three-dimensional there, using those diagonal lines and vertical lines. Now on the top, I'm just gonna do one side of the tooth. Okay, so you see how that works there. And do the same thing in the eyes. We're going to do a repeating triangle there, inside of here, and the nose. Let's just repeat it this way. And when we do our color, we'll make it a little bit better. Shouldn't have made my nose so high there. That's my own. I'll make it work. So there's your pumpkin. So now what you need to think about is what's going to be inside of your mouth. So what do you want inside of your mouth? Maybe you want to have a big tongue here, or you want the candle flame in there, or you want a witch, or a moon, or stars, or maybe a little ghost or something, maybe some bats. I think for mine, I'm going to add some cute little ghosts. Maybe my jack-o'-lantern's got some cute little ghosts floating around. I'm going to add some little ghosts in here. Do a wiggly line at the bottom. Maybe some eyes. And I'm going to leave a white spot. Like my ghost is looking at us here. Maybe another one up here. A wavy line. Do my eyes again. Maybe he's got a little mouth, like he's going boo or something. And if you even want to, you could write words inside of here. So I'm going to do a bubble letter boo. And we'll do a bubble letter video later. Show you how to do bubble letters really easy, but that's a pretty easy, exciting way to do letters. I might add a little shadow underneath there. Make it stand out a little bit more. So there you go. You've got a big mouth pumpkin. So when it's shut, you got a cool looking jack-o'-lantern, and you pop it open, boo. You got the boost, the ghost saying boo. So now when you think about coloring, you can use your crayons, color pencils, markers, whatever that you choose. You can color in your jack-o'-lantern. So I've got some crayons here. So you can just color in. I'm not gonna sit here and color in all this for you. You probably get bored, saw what you make color, but you can kind of see how we're gonna work things out. Now when you have these inside lines, you either wanna go darker or lighter. So I'm gonna go darker on these, because it's gonna show us inside. And inside the mouth, you could do a yellow or an orangey yellow, like it's actually glowing. There's lots of other ways of doing big mouths out there on YouTube or in videos. So this is nothing new. It's just the way I like to do them. And I was just wanting to share with you my techniques on how to make a big mouth pumpkin. So I will finish coloring him up and come right back. Okay, so I'm back now, and you can see I've got my pumpkin all colored in, got my little boo highlighted. So you can see it all looks kind of cool and neat. Got my little jack-o'-lantern there, he's smiling at us. And your cute surprise is the big boo inside. Now these are really cool to make for like Halloween projects or birthday cards. So just to show you some different examples, here's another one I did with the jack-o'-lantern. You can see that nose I turned upside down, so it makes it look a little bit easier than having the same. This one I got a skeleton inside with some bats. Here's a fish, big mouth. Using an oval. Opens up, eating a little tiny fish with some big teeth. Shark, big mouth. Just kind of fun using circles. And here's one that I created. It's the monster. His ears get really big. He's got a big mouth screaming out your name. So there's just different ways of doing big mouths. They're kind of fun to do. You can do them with a lot of other different things. Anything that has a mouth can be turned into a big mouth. So I hope you enjoy, have fun, and I'll see you soon.